gods watch as we show them victory.
Witam ponownie, z tej strony Długoż, a to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Ostatni raz skończyliśmy na tym, że byliśmy na weselu Oswalda, który został królem wschodniej Anglii. Jest nam także naszym sprzymierzeńcem. No i ubiliśmy Royda. Bo jakimś cudem uwolnił się z więzienia i przyszedł na ślub, żeby zabić Oswalda, ale stanąłem za niego do walki. No i go ubiliśmy wreszcie. I teraz dzisiaj pójdziemy sobie do Gunnara, bo tam mamy troszeczkę niklu zebrane. Zobaczymy, co uda nam się rozwinąć z naszego ekwipunku.
You seem sad, Gunnar.
I am. Sven was a good friend to me over the years.
Was? What do you mean?
Oh no, Eivor. You've been away. Sorry to say. Sven passed away not 2 nights ago in his sleep.
No. How's Toby?
Taking it hard, very hard.
O, ktoś
You ought to
zmarł.
go and have a word with her. Far as I know, she's barely left his grave. Anyhow, you probably need something, eh?
Ciekawe. Tak, chcę ulepszyć moje wyposażenie. Zobaczymy, co możemy sobie tutaj ulepszyć. No i tak, mamy 5.
You like the looks of that one?
Tu jest 1. Tu też jest 1. I 1. Tu są 3. Tu są 3. No dobra, to zrobimy to tak. Na pewno ulepszymy sobie buty i spodnie. O, super. Teraz mamy nagolennice takie lepsze. Na pewno płaszcz. Pięknie. Teraz mamy na nową runę. No i na pewno topór Warina ulepszymy sobie. Jest to jego ojca topór. No, pięknie. Okej.
You are looking powerful.
Jasne, że wyglądam groźnie.
I must take my leave. So long.
Put
that gear to
good use out there.
Dobra, zobaczmy się, jak wyglądamy. No, jest okej. Teraz z ekwipunku. No tak, mamy tu. I dodamy sobie nowe runy. Co byśmy dodali sobie? Odporność na silne ataki. Pancerz. Mniejsza runa uniku, odporność na ataki dystansowe, mniejsza odporność na zdrowie, może mniejsza runa tarczy. To damy tu w budki. Dobra, damy tutaj odporność na silne ataki. I w topór naszego ojca może runę wściekłości. Tam jest 3-2, mniejsza runa obrażenia od silnego ataku. A może to właśnie. A dobra, źle zrobiłem. Mieszane szansa na trafienie krytyczne. O, pięknie. Dobra. Tu mamy. I tu też mamy. Okej, super. Dobra, to sobie rozwinęliśmy. Co my tu mamy? Raport o wschodniej Anglii. Obiecująca wyprawa, pochodnia w mroku, porozmawiaj z Towę. Dobra, może porozmawiamy wpierw z Towę. Gdzie ona jest? Tam. Co to tu my mamy? Kartograf. Aha, sprzedaje mapy. On się też przyda. Ale później. To też. Rodziny. No dobra. Dobra, ale idziemy do Towy. Porozmawiamy z nią. Coś się stało. O, jest i Towy.
I don't know how to draw without your hand to guide me.
Okej.
Eivor, it's Sven. He passed while I was away.
Toby, I'm sorry I wasn't there.
No one was. We had planned to brand Tekla's barrels that morning, and we talked about what we might have for supper. And when I went to collect him, he was in his bed, sleeping, I thought. But he was already gone.
I'm sure he went in peace.
But he went with plans. Things he wanted to do, things he meant to do. His death was so empty. Not like in our stories.
What stories do you mean?
When we tell stories, the old and wise, they have this calm about them. They know when their end has come and they're ready. Sven wasn't ready. And I wasn't ready either. He was supposed to teach me things. I'm still learning. Everyone looks at me like I will simply carry on his work. As if nothing happened. Because they don't know. They don't know I'm not ready.
Life may ask more of us than we are prepared to give. But all we can do is our best. I was not prepared to lose my parents. But in a flash, they were taken from me. I pressed on, determined to live.
That must have been punishing. But you are so strong and so determined.
No dobra.
Someone else
No to
might have
też
done
możesz
better
być.
than me, or worse. But this was the fate moment for me, so I live it.
Dobra.
I know Sven believed in you, in your craft. So do you believe in him? Do you trust him?
He was the most skilled artist I have ever known.
And he chose you.
No,
You may
wybrał
step
ciebie,
up
to
or
teraz
step
ty.
down, whatever you decide. But know that he had faith in you.
Thank you, Eivor. I need to
No i
get
dobra,
home.
porozmawialiśmy sobie.
Know you are valued.
Tu już jest ok. Pomów ze Svendem. Ciekawe.
I am sorry I was not here to see you off, old friend.
No dobra. To musimy teraz zdać raport ze wschodniej Anglii, Randvi. I tak też zrobimy. Nie, do Asgardu jeszcze nie będziemy wracać. Tam jest od levelu 90. Ja sobie wpierw wbiję spokojnie ten 90 level i wtedy dopiero tam będę szedł. Na razie mamy 77, czyli jeszcze 13 leveli.
Push me any further, Holger, and I will make you eat that wretched hat of yours.
Roland, Holger, why all this shouting?
I could trade that hat for 2 of your horses.
Silence!
Dobra, zobaczmy. O co tu chodzi?
Eivor, Thanktir.
I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Rub disappointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does the cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
Dach jest normalnie wkurzający.
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A filly, what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I will hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood? Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of
Painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see,
Dobra.
such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgifu's tail to reach its former length.
Coś
I
mi
demand
trochę jest.
compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan. Holger, let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom. To make use of rare resources, often when lacking the proper tools. I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovi's inks, all were given...
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleeding...
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece... I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer, to make a perfect brush. I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafu's tail to the rump without asking.
It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position. I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifer's hair will grow back in no time.
Quiet, both of you. Now listen. Holger, Rowan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed! Does the reality of regrowth not make this a victimless crime?
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly, you will pay Rowan its market price.
But the horse was not for sale. Rowan, admit it.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe, and meet tomorrow as friends.
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
Pay the man and be done with it. Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does. Thank you, Eivor.
Good.
No, to chyba dobrze, że
Then by Tyr's
postąpiliśmy.
blessing, let this matter rest. We're done here. Return to your homes in peace.
Would you allow me to pay you with a vibrant painting? After all, in some ways, its creation.
O, wskoczyło nam kolejne umiejętności. Dobra, co myśmy tu chcieli? Tu jest coś. Urażenia krytyczne. O, zawsze. Normański topór, no, to też. I mamy 83. Super. Do 90 już mało brakuje. Dobra, pomówmy teraz z Randvi.
Oh, hello, Eivor. Good day. That Holger, he is quite the character.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you right where you...
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to us.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you soon.
Dobra. Trzy są nasze. I kurcza przystań zamieniła się w gród.
King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Elderman there.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Sven passed away a short time ago. The poor man slipped away in his bed.
Yes, I'd heard. The poor man. I wish I could have spent more time with him before the end.
No,
I
niestety,
think
no
we
nie
all
było
wish
nas tu.
that. Tovi most of all.
Niestety, nie było nas tutaj. Cóż, poradzimy. Dobra. No i mamy gród. Kurcza przystań wzrosła do rangi grodu. Co? Aha. Ciekawe.
Word of our growing settlement has reached outside ears, so have a look around. You may see a few new faces.
Randvi, are you well? You seem distant.
I'm fine. Only a little tired, but well enough. Shall we look at the map?
Not until you tell me what is wrong.
Oh, I think I have. I feel somewhat trapped. In this room, in this settlement, and this life.
I cannot help you with your life just now, but I can get you out of this room. What do you say?
I don't know. There is much work to be done.
Stop. Forget about alliances and responsibility for just a few hours. We could take a ride to Grandbridge or somewhere nearby for a change of pace.
That sounds lovely. And too far to consider just now. But thank you, Eivor. Maybe another time. Now, what was it you needed?
No dobra. Nie chcesz, to nie.
I want to see the alliance map.
Pokaż mi tą mapę. Okej. Sugerowana moc 90. 90. 130. 250. No nic, no musimy tutaj.
What of Oxenfordshire? Sigurd told me he had business there.
Ah, yes. Sigurd is there now, in fact. He bids you go meet him as soon as you can. He has partnered with a rebellious Thane called Giedrich, and hopes to install Giedrich as Elderman in exchange for an oath. There's an alehouse at the center of
Dobra.
Buckingham. Sigurd will meet you
Czyli
there.
znowu będziemy musieli kogoś osadzać. No dobra, no to udam się do Oxenfordshire.
I should join my brother then. Where is Buckingham?
Along the great Ouse River that divides Oxenfordshire. Sigurd will be pleased to see you.
Okej, dobra. Ale poczekaj, jeszcze tutaj. Wybierzmy się do tego Granville.
Take a break. Let us make for Grantebridgeshire and get you out of this musty room.
Do you mean now? Right now?
Of course. You said you were tired of all this, so why not stretch your legs and fill your lungs?
I did ask, didn't I? You're right. Lead the way, Eivor.
No dobra.
Follow me.
Pojedziemy sobie do Grand Bridge.
We won't take the longship today. This trip is for us. Just you and me. Is that a problem?
Not at all. So long as I get some air and sun, I will be fine. I spend too much of my day in the longhouse.
We will need to cross the river at some point if we want to enter Grantebridgeshire. If you know a better way, I would love to hear it.
Is swimming not an option?
Swimming? I don't know. Are you joking?
A boat or a horse would always do, but I'm not opposed to the more traditional methods.
Dobra, co my tu mamy w tym świecie? Co tu jest? Podżeganie do buntu i Grand Bridge. No dobra, ale ona chciała chyba podżeganie... Czekaj. Może wybierzemy się łodzią właśnie. Nie łodzią, tylko łódką. Tam do Grand Bridge. Jest jakaś łódka. Gdzieś były łódki. O, tam jest, dobra. Dobra, zejdźmy. Chodź. Popłyniemy łódką.
This water smells off.
You get used to it.
I do not wish to.
No dobra. Ile nam to zajmie czasu? No, sprawdźmy na mapie, jak to jest daleko. A, jest daleko. Całkiem
It really
blisko.
is lovely here. I have not been this far east of the settlement. Isn't that awful?
You think safety awful?
To live one's life in so small a pen. Hear stories from you and the scouts without ever venturing further. Gods, do you smell that? The earth and the air. It is good to be out here.
No to spełniliśmy jej marzenie. Ale jestem ciekaw, czy właśnie o tym nie mówiła walka. Że zdradzę Sigurda. To pójść tutaj, do Grand Bridge. Nie, jeszcze nie. Grand Bridge jeszcze jest kawałek stąd.
Eivor, there. What is that?
This is where the Summer Army retreated when Grantebridge was lost. They seem to have resettled the city in full now.
Right, right. I know this land so well by its map, but to see it in person brings it to stunning life. A Roman marvel. I will not soon forget this sight.
Tak jest, co tam my wiadukty mieliśmy. Tędy wodę prawdopodobnie także transportowano do miast za czasów rzymskich. Były akwedukty. Podpłyniemy tu. O. Wysiądziemy. Skakuj. Skakuj na konia. Dobra. Jedźmy. To jest akurat Grand Bridge, należy do Somy, do jej ludzi.
And here we are. Welcome to Grantebridge. We should make our way to the Longhouse.
Oh, it's bigger than I imagined. Rustic, woody, beautiful. And everything seems quite new.
Under Soma's guidance, the Summer Army built this town up from a small village. They wanted a hub for trade near London, and a launching point for incursions into Wessex.
Well, it is impressive. Some interesting architectural ideas here too.
No dobra. Proszę, że cię zaprowadzę tutaj do sali biesiadnej.
Well, it's been quite a while since I've seen your face around here.
Magni.
I know you, I think. One of Soma's loyal men. Magni, is it?
Yeah, good memory.
Good to see you again. This is Randvi, a dear friend and a sturdy fighter.
Well met, Randy. Eivor seems to have a preference for befriending lovely women.
You know, I noticed the same thing.
I expected more people about Magni. Has something happened?
Soma rounded up some warriors and took them west. She's hoping to open a new trade route with oxen of wood there. Only now, in times of trouble, I have discovered I am not the surrogate leader I should hope to be.
What sort of trouble?
Oh, a pack of surly bandits have encamped nearby. To the east of the water's edge. They attack all merchants who travel here by river or road, and word is spreading quickly. It's keeping traders at bay.
That could cripple your town if it carries on too long.
It's crippled me already. The bastard stole my horse yesterday morning.
Dobra.
So what will
We can
you...
take care of them, Magni. And if we don't find your horse, we will steal you a new one.
Well, that would ease my mind. I have nothing to offer you for this deed, but the bandits surely would. Take from them what you like.
Good. Consider the matter handled. Eivor, come. We have a camp to raid.
Dobra. Zabijmy bandytów.
The bandits are camped on a river, he said, east of the water's edge.
You volunteered us for a fight, Randvi. Is that your idea of a pleasant ride through the country?
It must be. I surprised even myself.
Away from the table for a day and already you're lusting for blood.
A feeling you must know well, no? I have always wanted to experience the world as you do, and now I will. Unless you have a more interesting day planned for us?
We will help Magnian clear these bandits. But do not be rash when we find them. The Raven clan needs your steady hand.
Yes, indeed, my lord. I shall follow your order to the letter.
If I did not know any better, I would say you're teasing me.
Oh, certainly not, Eivor wolf-kissed iron-fisted Drenger. I would never tease one with such commanding authority.
Dobra, gdzie oni tu są?
There,
A, tu, dobra.
the bandit camp.
All right, stay close and do as I do.
Brood and look sternly at the horizon.
By all means.
No to bierzmy się za robotę. Zabij bandytów.
I thought you wanted to do this in secret.
You seemed hot for a bandit. So here we go.
O! Aha, dawać! O ty! Wow! Co za dziad, no! O, i nie żyje. O, co za... Masz. Masz.
That's done. Now to deliver Magni his horse.
A, bo poczekaj chwileczkę, jeszcze musimy ograbić ich. Jest coś tu jeszcze wartego uwagi?
Feel stronger already.
Dobra, poczekaj. No dobra, widzę, że Randvi się dobrze bawi.
That was a thrill, Eivor. We are champions of Grantbridge. Do you know of any other towns that need liberating?
You don't think we have had enough drama for one day? We should return to the settlement.
Or we could have a drink to celebrate our victory.
At home. Tekla has all the mead and ale we could want.
Eivor, our outing has hardly begun. Find us an alehouse and let us make ourselves at home.
Let's return the horse. And if your thirst remains, we'll look around.
Dobra, oddajmy tego konia. I porozmawiajmy z Magnim.
Magni, we solved your bandit problem.
Did you? Well done! And did you find my sweet mare?
Your horse is outside, waiting for you.
Thank the gods she is safe. And thank you, Eivor. And your friend Randvi, wherever she is.
She is here somewhere.
Eivor! Over here! Look at this!
Oh! Someone is
Oh.
thirsty.
Are you determined to get drunk?
I am determined to get you drunk. Come on. Scared of
What are you playing at?
a drinking contest? You versus me. Wolf-kissed versus Table Maiden.
Randvi, we can do better than Table Maiden.
Mead Queen, then.
All right?
Dobra, to zaczynajmy. Znowu przegram to picie. Ja pierdzielę. I tym razem z kobietą znowu. Ćwiczyć picie? Pierwszy ruch mi idzie zawsze zarąbiście dobrze. O, ale ona też dobrze idzie. O, dobra.
We're going to start.
Drugi poszedł. Super. Może?
Focus!
Aj. Oj, oj, przegram to. I przegrałem, ale ledwo, ledwo.
Any more and I'll drown.
Ha! I am the Mead Queen, slayer of wolves and barrels. I told you I would drink you under the table.
So, are you satisfied? My head is ringing like a bell.
More than satisfied. Now come, we'll ride this off and take in the air as we head home. After just one more stop.
Randvi.
It's a sunken tower near a waterfall, close to home. We can stop for a look, and then you are free of me. It's near the highest point of a hill, just south of the settlement. Easy to spot, I'm sure.
All right, one last stop then.
I know it might not show, Eivor, but I am terribly excited.
Oh, it shows.
Dobra.
I do hope to see you again. Randvi.
Gdzie my mamy iść teraz? Aha, tu. Dobra. Wskakuj na
Thank
konia.
you for everything.
No, thank you. Safe travel.
Pojedziemy na koniu. Wskakuj. Dobrze, że tego konia nauczyłem pływać.
I think you may have punctured poor Magni's heart back there.
What can I say? Not the first, and it will not be the last.
I name you Randvi, slayer of bandits, breaker of hearts.
I will sound it with pride. Sunniva described this tower for me. A desolate yet peaceful place. I am eager to see it.
After a full day of action, finally you wish to calm down.
I've had my fill of adventure. Time for a little rest.
Dobra, pojedźmy tam. Warto, że w tym mieście nie idzie tak szybko.
I was wondering something. You and Soma. Was there something more to your bond? You spoke of her with a particular shine in your eyes.
We grew very close, very quickly. Is that what you mean?
No, I mean, did something happen between you two?
What sort of question is that?
An innocent one. Innocent as a newborn babe.
Nothing happened between us. That is my answer.
I find that disappointing. If I were you, I might have tested the waters. Eivor, entangled by a hardy Jarlskona as she leads her army to victory and prosperity. A rather appealing match.
I'm going to pretend your last words were taken by the wind, Randvi.
If you must.
Dobra. Jesteśmy na dobrej drodze. Okej, to jedziemy tam. Do tej zatopionej wieży. No tam chcę zobaczyć. Rzucajcie, chcecie. O, to ta wieża. Dobra.
Look there. That must be the tower. Take the bridge.
I co? Idzie dalej.
Just as beautiful as Sunniva's stories tell. Can you imagine how it looked when it was first built, hundreds of winters ago? Sometimes when looking at a map, I imagine little people in their little armies, traversing the land. And now, staring at these ruins, I imagine people of old, how they lived, never knowing what would become of their monuments.
You have a fertile imagination.
I want a view from the top. Shall we?
Lead on.
No to wyspnijmy się na tą wieżę.
Keep up!
Mind where you put your fingers. These stones are old and weathered. You climbed well for one who folds maps.
You jest, but I have raised the frames of longhouses and hammered the ribs of longships. My hands are calloused from hard work.
No co jest? Nie możemy? O, idzie. Aha, mieliśmy tam wejść, dobra. Taki. O, zbieraj. Mapę skarbu zdobyłem. Coś co za skarb.
A stunning view. It reminds me of my early years in Norway. How I used to climb the hills beyond the wood.
You have an adventurous heart. I hardly see it behind the table, but now I've watched you scale a tower in furs, soaking wet.
I was rowdy in my youth. Hunting, sailing. I was a wildling of the open air before I became this staunch and stoic woman. Married off in service of peace between two clans. A noble and worthy role, but not one I had ever imagined for myself.
You would have made a fine wandering warrior. A Jomsvikinger, free to come and go as she pleased.
I think so too. It may be we would have sailed together over the open seas, raiding or traveling.
Or faced each other on the field of battle. Without your marriage to Sigurd to secure peace, our clans might still be at war.
True. Very true. Thank you for today. Every bit of it has been a dream, and I'm not keen to wake.
Then don't. We can stay here as long as you like.
Yes.
What was that?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. I got away from myself.
No need to apologize.
Sigurd is your brother, and I have put you in a very difficult position. The heart does not do politics like the head.
It may be the meat, it may be the air, but there's no need to apologize.
I am sober enough. But the truth of it is, I have felt this way for some time now. I care for you, Eivor.
That is comforting to hear. I have long felt the same way, but I banished the thought that this would ever happen.
Many times I wished to tell you. Wished to say what was in my heart and what I desired, but duty kept me from it.
Say all you like.
Today has meant so much. We rode, we fought, we drank, we laughed. You showed me your world. Not in words, but deeds.
Deeds are more direct than words.
Nie dobra.
Randvi? Must have returned to the settlement.
Coś oczywistego. No dobra, zdobyliśmy dodatkowe 2 punkty umiejętności. Dajmy na to, że zrobimy sobie atak dystansowy i zwiniemy to. Mamy 85 level. W ekwipunku co my tu mamy? Aha, tam ten skarb. Tylko nie wiem, czy po niego będę szedł. No dobra, zakończymy to tutaj sobie dzisiaj. W przyszłym odcinku zabierzemy się za to następne zacieśnianie więzi z lokalnymi władcami. No troszeczkę poszliśmy, no, tak jakby zdradziliśmy naszego brata, ale no nic, zobaczymy jak to się rozwinie. Zrobiłem tak, bo chcę zobaczyć, żeby było trochę ciekawiej. Myślę, że to troszeczkę skomplikuje sytuację i będzie ciekawiej. To na razie. Do zobaczenia w przyszłym odcinku.